You have all been invited to Steel Blue's home. And this is a story of a murder. Welcome to game night.
Not much. You shouldn't even be here. You know, you dragged me on this part. I don't know why.
Hello everyone. I apologize for the wait. My fiance was a bit reluctant, to say the least, but here he is. Steel?
You will pay for this.
I'm sure it won't be that bad.
I didn't ask for your opinion.
Oh, you'll be fine. I will be putting on the finishing touches on the food, and if anything happens, I'll be a room away.
Ah, Steel. Obviously, seeing you reminds me of the days of who climbed the ladder and who obviously didn't. And who was no longer seen as a rookie.
Have you been talking non-stop ever since? Honestly, do you ever stop to breathe? Actually, don't answer that. I don't have time listening to autobiography. And neither do I really care if you suffocate or not.
Excuse me, you can't say that. I know you're not exactly known for being nice, but I mean...
I feel so sorry for your parents. One brother who just talks and talks but has nothing of value to say, and the other who just can't seem to get to his point.
That's cold.
Yeah, in fact it was so cold. Cold reminds me of the day when I was in the North Pole, saw one of the greatest murders of that time, and yeah, obviously, here I am.
I should have made myself more clear. I will not be spending any more time on you than necessary.
Someone's having a bad day.
Throwing a party and inviting only those who hate you more than anything else. Does the King of Lies have a death wish?
Wow, you did always know how to sweet talk me. But I'm not interested. I'm engaged.
You're engaged? Of course you are. I take it you've already met my partner, Snow.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on over here, but this needs to stop, okay? We're not together.
Oh, we'll see about that.
How disappointing. How very disappointing indeed. And here I had a little respect for that woman.
Why? Because she's taken an interest in me over you?
Please. The only way you'd be interesting to her would be if you were rich. How is your unemployment going, by the way? I thought not.
Steel? Apologize to this poor man right now. Steel, be nice.
I sincerely apologize for your non-existent ability to keep a job.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please? First of all, thank you so much for coming here today. It means a lot that you would come here. As I understand, there is some tension between you all and my fiancé, but it is our hope that from here on out, things will change. So, please enjoy, dinner is served.
It's quite funny actually to do it. Anyway, I'm pretty good at it because I remember sort of my body sort of caught up with my skills. Right, so there I was, yeah. Kicked out of the cinema for some reason, I really don't know. But anyway, so I decided to go bowling. Bowling, by the way, I haven't done that since I was about, what, 10 years? Anyway, went there, people was packed, they let me get an alley, and I just hit streak after streak after streak, and people were like, oh yeah, this is amazing, this guy, isn't it?
You are annoying my guests. I suggest you start eating your food before it gets cold.
Right, sorry, my bad. Get so caught up with my heroic stories, as you can imagine. I'm pretty sure you were.
You are annoying my guests. Keep this up and I will revoke your right from speaking.
You revoke my right? That's funny. From speaking. Ha! I'll revoke your filthy money.
Filthy.
Yes, your filthy banking money.
I warn you, Goldenrod, I can reduce your salary so much you would have to get extra 7 jobs to earn minimum wage. You can consider yourself unemployed for life.
Wait. Well, that was awkward.
You know, speaking from experience, he's serious. And you might want to do something about it before it's too late.
Ah, don't worry about me. You see the chief and I
Okay,
will...
I will be not here, okay? Okay.
Well, I suppose it's just the two of us again. 2, you know, is an interesting number. Just 2.
It's the number of seconds you have to go out to your brother before he does something you regret.
Right, I get it, I get it, I get it.
Go!
What are you doing? How long have you been smoking for, bruv?
A few years. I had a chance to work a case and the chief was out smoking and I was afraid that if I didn't smoke as well I might get the cold shoulder.
Speaking of cold, you know what else is cold? Here, this place. I'm going to get my jacket. Enjoy your smoke.
Oh my god, that's awful! If you'd only told me about it, I could have helped you. Where is everyone?
The police brothers are right outside.
I see.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure.
How long have you been engaged?
It's been 12 months and 12 days since we got engaged.
Are you aware that Steele and I used to date?
No, I wasn't.
It's true. I was his queen once. Then he showed his true colors. You see, the truth is that to him, everyone is just a pawn. Even you. My advice, get out of this.
I'm sorry to hear that, but whatever he might have done to upset you is in the past. He's no longer that man, and I hope that we could both be adults about this and let it go.
Well, you seem pretty confident he's changed. I mean, for a man who is known for lying, stealing, and betraying others, I definitely agree he seems to have changed. But what was that story that was all over the news only 1 year ago? Didn't he lie about his assistant? Didn't Steele accuse Snow of theft and use him as a scapegoat? You know, it's weird. I can't imagine he would change himself for someone. And I should know.
Enough!
It is. Anything wrong?
No, we're just chatting.
Oh. Okay.
Indigo, are you feeling any better now?
Still a few, but I'm alright, thanks.
Few. He says few. It's funny because it has double meaning, you know, because you're angry and you're smoking. So that's like a double meaning.
Forget about me, are you alright?
I'm alright, I just didn't know you were smoking.
Indigo smokes. Not that it's any of my business, but isn't that his choice? You know, I can't say that I agree with it, you know, being so damaging and not the least bit expensive.
No, where have you been?
Around?
Walking around someone else's house alone. I knew we shared hobbies.
It's not like that. I was with Steele and he was showing me around the house.
He was? Where is he?
I think he went to the bathroom and then I came here.
He was just there. Fine, I'll go get him. Steele? Steele? Are you in there? Steele, open up.
Allow me, man. I've got special training in these kind of situations, as I always do. See, the thing about when you opening doors is that they should open with this technique. It's a bit odd, isn't it? Oh, it tends to. You see, it doesn't seem to be a problem with me because people tend to actually say, you know, Danganronpa, he actually solved this. Let me just. See, the trick is to get the door to listen to your internal voice. Yeah. So it tends to work with when I do it, obviously. But let me just say, you know, the trick for these things are this. Hey, Steel, mate. Hey, listen. Hey, Steel Blue. Steel. Steel. That was his calling sign. Like, friends back in the day. Christ almighty. Alright. Yeah. Goldenrod. He is. I'm just warming up, you see. It's sort of the ritual I always do. So, bum bum, click on bum. Open. Right.
I can do that for you.
Yeah? What? I mean, I was going to get a screwdriver, but okay.
Steele? Steele? Help!
A body has been discovered. The victim, this time, was Steel Blue. He was found in the bedroom. Any and all exits out of the house will now be locked. You'll be locked inside the house until the mysteries are solved. You need to determine who the culprit is, how they committed the crime, and be in agreement with one another. If you accuse the wrong person and you all agree upon it, you will lose. You have 1 hour from now to figure out these truths. The culprit is one of you. And the culprit can keep on killing, but if they do, and there's a witness to the second killing, they will lose. That's an instant game over for the culprit. So, good luck and have fun.
He was killed by a single blow to the head. It's clearly struck from above, meaning that the killer must have been a similar height. Fragmentation seems to match the candlestick he's holding.
Well, the door and the window were locked from the inside. What do you think? Suicide?
No, there's no way he'd be able to do this to himself. Humans have a very strong survival instinct. There's no way they'd be able to hit themselves with as much force.
Well, then how do you explain the scene then?
Whoever did this was good. I mean, really good. It was very likely planned. Whoever it was clearly didn't want to be caught, so they A, planted the murder weapon in his hands to make it look like suicide, and B, somehow escaped without leaving any trace. Unfortunately for them, there's a forensics in the house.
Right, I'll start gathering testimonies. Snow, could you come with me for a couple of seconds? I need to ask you some questions.
I want to hear this.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Snow, moments ago when you were alone with Steel Blue, the rest of us was in the dining room. Then, lo and behold, he turns up dead.
I wasn't with him. I lied. I haven't seen him since dinner.
Liar. You killed Steel Blue. Admit it. He got you fired, right? And you haven't been able to get a job since, and this is your revenge.
I didn't do it. Besides, the bishop at my local church has recently allowed me to work there until I get my job back. Now why would I risk what little I have left?
Then where were you? Surely you have an answer.
I was in the bathroom. When Steele stormed off, Goldenrod was about to begin on one of his monologues. So I left before he had the chance to. And I went straight to the bathroom in the entrance hall.
That's impossible. That door was locked.
It was locked because I was in there.
Oh, I see. So you went in there after killing Steel Blue and then locked yourself outside.
Probably washing the blood off your hands.
And that's how you did it.
So, are we all in agreement here?
I'm not convinced yet. Yellow, can you tell us how and when you discovered that the bathroom door was locked?
Yes, of course. I mean, after you shot me off the balcony, I got a cold. Thank you for that, by the way. Let's see. Yes, I went into the entrance hall to find my jacket. Didn't find it. And that's when I located the locked door.
And you're saying that at this point in time, Snow had already killed Steele and is now washing the blood off his hands?
Yes, that's the assumption we're going with, right?
But Jade was with Steele. Does the accuser have a theory on how he could have killed him with her as a witness?
Well, easy. I mean, the culprit must have snuck out of the group into the bedroom, waiting for Steele to arrive. Then when Jade left, the culprit struck Steel Blue in cold blood.
But Jade and Steele left before Snow did. And right before you came in from the balcony, I went in the kitchen and met Snow there. From there he must have gone to the bathroom just in time for you to discover the locked door.
But, like, what if he killed him afterwards? What if he'd been looking at this all wrong? Okay, so Goldenrod discovers the locked door and goes back to the balcony. Jade goes into the dining room, and then Snow leaves the bathroom, goes down the hall, kills Steele, and joins the rest in the dining room. I mean, he's tall enough to match the criteria, and he had about 2 minutes to do so. That's not an unreasonable time frame.
White, can I smell your breath? Minty fresh.
So he didn't do it then?
Not as far as I'm concerned.
Right. That'll do.
Hi, Jade. Don't worry, alright? We're gonna find whoever did this.
You're my mansion.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm looking for a key. The room was locked, wasn't it? How? There must be a key. So where is it?
Step away from the body. The last thing we need is a thief contaminating the crime scene.
She killed him. She was jealous. It all makes sense.
Jealous? No, I didn't kill him, even though I wish I did.
You take that back.
Jade, please, could you just wait in the guest room for a little while?
But she killed him.
We don't know that yet, but we are investigating it, okay? Please, in the guest room. Have I ever told you about my glorious debate skills?
I didn't kill him, and there's nothing that can link me to it.
Actually, there is. The murder weapon was taken from the dining room, but that's not the only thing missing, is it?
Are you insinuating that if you find stolen goods in my bag, that automatically makes me the killer?
That entirely depends
On what?
on what we find. Okay. We got some jewellery, silverware, and a couple of wallets. Belonging to, let's see, goldenrod. There you go. And steel blue.
Well, that doesn't prove anything.
The silverware was taken from the same place as the murder weapon, and you clearly did come here with ulterior motives.
Stealing and killing are very different.
Oh, indeed, they are very different. But that doesn't mean you couldn't have done both.
Does she have a motive?
Revenge.
Not true.
Yes, it is. Steel Blue tipped me off with some evidence provided against her. And I arrested her 9 years ago for grand theft.
But unlike Indigo, I don't have a strong enough grudge to kill.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how 9 years ago, Steel Blue falsified evidence to save himself from that same crime. And as a forensic scientist, you were unable to provide the police proof of his guilt.
What, so you think I killed him?
Oh, give it time. You know I'm on the right track. Snow, in order to solve this mystery, we need to find the key.
Interesting case. I haven't really worked this hard for a long time. But we are on the verge of a breakthrough here, everyone.
Are you talking about the locked room down the hall?
Precisely. If we locate the key, we locate the culprit. Right. I want everyone here to close their eyes. Okay, close your eyes. That means you as well, thank you. Yeah. Now, whoever has the key, either in the pocket or wherever it may be, raise your hand now.
Did you really expect that to work?
Huh. It it's happened before. You'd be surprised to see what happens in the most complicated mysteries.
What I think we need to determine is how did the room get locked?
Yes. Well, it's rather obvious, woman, isn't it? The killer walked in, killed Steele, walked out the door, took the key from the door and closed it inside.
Is that really how it happened though?
What other possibility is there?
Well, there are other ways out of that room, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a door leading out to the balcony outside, but I don't see how that helps.
Why wouldn't that help? I mean, anything related to that door should be investigated, right? Or is it because that you're going to inherit everything, right? Because I know that you are going to do that now. Yeah? Right. Well, thank you for your answers. Okay. It is investigation time. The Golden Rod investigation begins. Let's go. Aha. It's locked.
Let me see. Well, if you actually bother to take the time to actually look at it, you'd see that it can't be locked from the outside, so it doesn't help us much.
That's what I meant. That's why I didn't think it would help.
I have a question for our host. When we discovered the body, that's when the rules took effect, right? From that moment on, and not when the murder happened.
The rules took effect only when I announced them.
So there is a possibility that before the exits were locked, this door was open.
I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but because it's important to the case and it can't be figured out otherwise, I will tell you that the door was locked before the murder happened.
Well, there goes our theory.
But with this window being closed, there's only one explanation, that the culprit walked out that door, took the key, and locked it from the outside.
Meaning we're right back where we started.
By the way, you've been talking about this key. What about it?
The key to the bedroom door.
This one?
You are under arrest for the murder of Steele Blue.
What? I would never.
You have the right to admit your guilt.
Do you have any evidence besides the key?
As a matter of fact, I do. You see, a few moments ago, I was walking down the hallway to go to the closed bathroom. Didn't lock, but I heard something rather fascinating. I heard you scream in such a freshly toned voice. It was as fresh as my locally made orange juice by my favourite cafe down where I work. Anyway, it was, she said, like, oh my god, I could have like totally helped you. Like, Do you deny this?
I don't.
Case closed. I know it was you. Everyone here knows it. You have all the motive. Plus you're going to inherit the whole thing, like I said earlier. So I was right once again.
Is this true, Jade?
No. I wanted everything, sure. I'll admit to that, but I would never admit to killing my fiancé.
Save it, sweetheart. We know it. Everyone here knows it. Come on, off we go. Walk. Open the door. Why is this door still locked?
It seems the requirements for beating this game haven't been met. Remember, you need to figure out who the culprit is, how they committed the crime, and be in agreement with one another.
Okay, so let me get this straight. We can't get out because somebody in this room doesn't believe that Jade is the culprit.
Or we just don't know how she's the culprit. So, how about it? Why don't you tell us what happened?
I followed Steele down the hall and into the bathroom. How do you do it?
Do what, exactly?
How can you stand there and lie to them? You say that you don't care about them, but I know that's not true.
You think I care about them? Don't make me laugh.
Then why else would you throw this party? You still haven't told me why. I don't want there to be any secrets between us.
There aren't any secrets to tell.
Then tell me.
Fine, you are persistent indeed. Even though I don't really care, it bothers me that they don't know exactly how much of a success I am.
Oh my god, that's awful. If you'd only told me about this earlier, I could have helped you. I could have written an article or a biography even. You didn't have to go through all this trouble.
But then I can rub my wealth in their faces directly. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna change. So why don't you make sure the redhead doesn't swipe anything?
And that's the last I saw of him.
So that's it? Do you just believe her?
Says the police detective. But he has a point, you know, where do we go from here?
Maybe if we just keep talking about it, something new will appear.
But what more is there to talk about?
There's still one person I want to hear from. Detective.
You accusing me? You accusing me? Do you know who I am? Do you know what I'm capable of, eh? I'm Detective Goldenrod, okay? And who are you? Who are you? A thief? So you guys are going to believe me? Or a thief who spends, if I'm mistaken, some time in jail for thieving?
Accusing a police officer of murder is a rather serious offence. I say this as a friend. You don't exactly have the best credibility in a court of law. You sure you want to go through with this?
I'm not accusing you, Detective, so let's try to stay calm about this. We don't have much time left before we lose.
Lose? What are you talking about losing? I never lose.
We only have a few minutes left.
But what are the chances that the police detective is the culprit?
At this time, I don't even know what to think.
This is ridiculous. I was with him the entire time when the murder happened.
Except you weren't. It's understandable that you want to protect your brother, but we know that he left to get his coat, which means you weren't together at the time of the murder. Meaning it's entirely possible that Goldenrod is the culprit.
I am not the culprit, okay? Have I not pushed this investigation forward?
But why would Goldenrod kill Steele? I mean, I can think of many reasons, but why specifically would Goldenrod do it?
I did not kill him, okay? I'm not the culprit. Not everyone needs to have a motive.
But didn't you say that you two fell out of touch? Why?
Very observant of you. So, tell us, Goldenrod, what could possibly be the reason for that?
Nothing really. Nothing that can justify murder.
Then why not simply tell us? You made me so curious.
Like, knock it off. I don't need to tell him anything.
Well, Steele has always been a massive C. But then I found out he lied to me. That was 5 years ago. And I'm a much better person than Steele.
Oh, is that all? Here I was hoping for something, oh, I don't know, a bit more spiteful.
Now, I demand to know why that's so important for me to say that.
Oh, no particular reason. I just like to watch you suffer.
Are you serious? We are running out of time, and we need to find out who the culprit is.
Before I reveal the secret, I believe there's a few things that need explaining. Oh, Detective, I think there's a few inconsistencies in your alibi. After you couldn't find your jacket in the hallway, where was it and how did you get back to the balcony?
Well, like I said, it was cold on the balcony, so I went inside to look for my jacket.
Yes, you've already said this.
And where was it?
Well, it wasn't in the hall, so I went outside, looked for it in my car, and lo and behold, there it was. I just never thought I'd brought it with me.
And where did you go?
Well, I had achieved my most spectacular mission yet. And I headed back to the balcony.
And did you go back through the house?
No, actually, by walking from the car to the balcony where I met Indigo, and then we went back into the house and we witnessed you having a fight with our delicate host.
Yes, yes, you did. Thank you. And what about you, Indigo? While all this was happening, were you just sitting out on the balcony like the good little boy you are?
Yes.
Okay. Except I don't believe you.
Why?
There's just so many questions that need answering. So many mysteries. And you're the key. Or should I say, the answer.
Explain yourself, thief.
She's been accusing so many people already. What makes you think we can believe anything she says?
He's right. She's done so much talking that all she's really done is waste a lot of time we were given.
I just want this to end.
Ruby, you're under arrest and for sabotage of our investigation.
Oh, wait, hold on. That's not true and I can prove it. There! Arresting me again, Goldilocks. Aren't you getting tired of this game?
Shut it.
She's led us this far, and I'm willing to listen to her a little bit longer. And where did she point? The window? What's this?
The answer.
The answer to what exactly?
How the murder happened, of course.
But we know that the culprit had to use that door because Blue said that that door was locked before the murder happened.
Yes, he did. But he never said anything about the window.
She's wasting our time again.
Can't you see that she isn't? Go on, let her go.
Not so tough without your handcuffs, are you, Goldilocks?
Do not test me, you filthy thief.
Ruby, just... okay?
Let's think a bit outside the box. And imagine that that box is this house. Right, we found a string tied around the window's handle and we established a loophole in the rules. Knowing that, who is most likely the culprit?
Well, the two of us and Jade has been inside the entire time. So it would have to be either Goldenrod or Indigo. Or both.
You better have a good explanation for thinking that. I want to remind you that we are crime fighters, not crime doers.
That's a fine sentiment, Goldilocks. Are you sure your brother has the same moral compass?
Of course he does. He's police. He's forensics. And he is my brother. Tell him.
Yeah. There's nothing tying me to this crime.
Shall I paint you a picture of
We
your
don't have
crime?
time for you to paint a bloody picture.
I accuse Indigo of being the murderer.
Then tell us why.
What we know about the locked room mystery is that the exterior door was closed before the murder, but the interior door and the window wasn't. I say Indigo climbed in through the window, stood on the bed to give him some much needed height to strike Steele over the head, and then tampered just enough with the scene for him to point out later. Very clever, by the way. Then he climbed out through the window and closed it with some string.
Is that all you got? Another severely lacking theory? Might I remind you, you need to know how I killed him, not just bits and pieces. Not that I killed him, I mean, hypothetically. Theoretically, like, if I did.
Remember dinner? Did anyone else notice that Steele wasn't the first to leave? It was Indigo. When he stood up, he caused Goldenrod to spill his drink.
Wait, so that wasn't an accident?
It was a distraction. With Steele's outburst, everyone was focused on him, which gave Indigo the opportunity to swipe the candlestick.
But I was outside with him on the balcony. He didn't have it then.
Except that he did. He simply hid it underneath that jacket he never wore. Don't you think it's odd that you had to go in and get your jacket because it was so cold, yet he had his and never wore it?
That doesn't actually prove I had the candlestick. See, I'm all for this thinking outside the box thing, but conjecture will get us nowhere.
The key. That's where it was. Indigo had the key and planted it in the guest room while he was consoling me. You monster.
Even if all of this is true, it could just as easily have been Goldenrod. He was outside on the balcony too, and I was not the only person in the guest room, so was he.
No, I wasn't. I didn't want to consider it. Not you.
Not me.
Not like this.
I am not the criminal here. Steal it! He was supposed to be imprisoned along with Ruby. He escaped punishment. He escaped the law. He escaped my evidence.
You deserve everything coming to you.
Do you want to know a secret? I knew it was you the whole time.
Then why didn't you help me sooner?
I didn't have the evidence. Besides, you played a good game. It was fun to watch you crumble.
Can't believe you.
You, the innocent, have all figured out who the culprit is and how they committed the murder. You, the innocent, have won. Congratulations!
The green light says go, but you cannot know what awaits you. There's a kill or lose, and you wonder who has been tearing down the white flag. Take a guess, the success right out of the blue could be someone you knew. Make out who speaks true, cause you don't have a single clue. Make out how and when, deduce who of them could be guilty. In your brown study, no one's hands are bloody. You have yet to find the weapon hanging about. You point out that the bathroom door, it was locked just before, but steel blue was done for, but you need to know something more. His wife Jade, Mr. Snow, it could be Officer Gold. His ex red or indigo, the answer's yours to unfold. Time runs short, no support. You've got to accuse, you will win or you'll lose. Who shall get their dues, and it all rests on who you choose.